Welcome to 2021, new year, new you. I got a light over here so you can see me better. I got a microphone so you can hear me better. Well, I've always had this microphone, but I'm just going to point it out now. I have something I want to share with you today. It's really just one thing I do every single morning that really keeps me on task because, it is 2021. We have goals that we want to meet this year, right? I know you probably have goals. I have a few goals in mind that I'm going to be tackling every quarter this year to really propel things forward in my career, not only in my career, but also I have a few ideas for classes and courses and things like that. And I really want this year to be focused on that and really take myself out of the picture as far as freelance work goes. I'm still going to be doing freelance work, but I don't want to be spending all my time working. I've been doing that for the past 4 years. I want to get that out of the way and really focus on a few personal projects. And I have the runway and the time to do that. I'm going to keep that time as well. So the one thing I do every single morning is that I just look at my goals and make sure I'm heading towards them. I learned about this thing the other day while listening to a pastor, Pastor Mark Batterson of National Community Church out of D.C., and he quoted a guy named William Osler. And it was basically about the concept of day-tight compartments. That is, like, essentially what it means is you can only do what's right in front of you. So we're not guaranteed tomorrow, and the past is in the past. You can't control what happened in the past. You're not guaranteed tomorrow. So what can you do today to move forward toward your goals? And so basically what that does is keeps you in the present moment and keeps you on task to what it is that you need to do. So one thing I do every morning is actually have it all sort of printed out here. Well, that was a blank page, but here's sort of blank page. And these are some blank pages, obviously, but I do have some written on here, and I'll pull it up now. Let me just fumble for it. Yes, here we go. So I have a life plan, a 10-year, a 5-year, and a 1-year life plan, as well as some goals for this year. I'm still fleshing a few of them out. But at least I have something written down on the page to sort of get my mind wrapped around it. So when I wake up in the morning, I'll have my cup of coffee. I'll have a little bit of a quiet time, where I just sit in silence before the ruckus starts. And then I'll just take about 5 or 10 minutes and just read through this life plan, and I'll read through my goals. And I'll make sure that whatever I'm doing that day is moving towards that goal in a day-tight compartment. Obviously, you can't, let's just say you want to make $200,000 this year. You can't make that in one day. Well, maybe somebody out here can. If you can, please contact me. I would like to talk to you. But you can't make that in a day. But you can go out and try to find a job for $1,000 or $2,000. You can make that phone call that you need to make. You can make that product you need to make. You can make that sales funnel that you need to make. You can do one small thing today that builds towards that bigger goal. And thinking in those day-tight compartments really helps me too. And I'm really going to put this into practice this year and just focus on the day in the day out. Like, for instance, this video right now. It takes a lot of energy for me to build up the courage to come here and talk in front of you. And but I know it needs to be done, and so I'm taking my time out today to knock this video out and get it to you. So get back to this. So I read this in the morning. I look through them. I have like 3 or 4 main goals throughout this year, and right now I'm focusing on one of those goals. Well, 1.5 or 2 of those goals for this quarter. And with that, I put that goal, that quarter. I use the quarter system to break that down. I can do that some more in another video, and I put them in a planner. There are different planners out there. This one I'm not crazy about, but I do like, I got my top 3 actions. I got the little small things. These are my main goals, the things that I would really need to get done. And this is all the other stuff like do laundry, pay a bill, all that jazz. And I got notes section and yada yada. But up here is those day-tight compartments, those 2-3 things. Sometimes I only have 2 things. Sometimes I'll just do 1 thing. But it gives me 3 things that I can focus on during the day to move towards that bigger goal throughout the year. And I don't do this the night before. Sometimes I do it the night before if I really need to write something down so I don't forget it. So I'll take the goals that I'm looking at for that day, and then go to the day before and see what I got done. Did I miss anything? And then I'll forward it on to today, write it down, and incrementally work towards that bigger goal. So right now I am actually planning a course. It's a freelance course. It's a course for freelancers, people who actually, let me take that back. It's a course for people who want to go into freelancing, and it's also a course for people who are currently freelancing but just need a little more information about how to navigate the day-to-day of freelancing. That's my big goal for this year, for this quarter, is to launch that class, and I'm doing things every single day to get to that, whether that's producing content for Instagram, writing the course, shooting the course, which I plan on shooting in February, or hopefully. And really just creating these sort of places where people can find me and interact with me, and I can give them valuable content. I'm also conducting more interviews with people, which I'll be releasing here on the YouTube channel. It's going to be, I'm excited. I'm trying not to get burned out with it. I can only doing this sort of daily task, looking at just focusing on the one day, is helping me not get burned out. Granted, it is only like day 2 or 3 right now, but I'm hoping and praying that I do not get burned out, because I can easily get burned out. So if I focus on my day to day, the day tight compartments, one little thing a day, look over those goals in the morning, it should set you up for success. So big takeaway from today is look over your goals every morning. That's the one thing I do. I know I kind of went off on a tangent there about setting goals and stuff, but hopefully you get out of it that, write down your goals, look at them every morning, remind yourself of what you're going towards. Try not to forget. Just do this every day. You'll thank me in a year, and then we can have a virtual coffee and it'll be lovely. Appreciate you guys turning in. Please subscribe, share the video, all that jazz. Thanks.